Part 1. My wife cheated on me with her Uber driver and I had no idea, until I caught them in the act. I 35 years old men have been married to my wife Natalie 31 years old femme for 5 years. No kids, by choice. We both agreed we weren't baby people, and honestly, I was okay with that. We were both career focused, stable, lived in a decent apartment, and had what I thought was a solid, quiet marriage. But I guess quiet just meant she was cheating silently. It started with Uber. A few months ago, Natalie started using Uber more often. She had always driven herself to work or taken the train, but then one day she said something like, I'm done with parking garages. I'm just gonna Uber everywhere now. Didn't think much of it. I mean, gas prices were crazy, traffic sucked, I got it. After a few weeks, I noticed she kept getting the same driver. Always, Samir. She even said his name so casually one night. Samir actually waited for me while I grabbed a smoothie. He's so sweet. Sweet? I raised an eyebrow but didn't say anything. Why would I? She made it sound like a harmless friendship. But then it turned into jokes. Oh, Samir again. He's practically my chauffeur. Samir said I should try the new Thai place down the road. Samir has a playlist better than yours, babe. Yeah, that last one irritated me. Red flags I ignored. I started noticing other weird stuff. She was texting more often. Laughing at her phone late at night. When I asked, she'd roll her eyes and say things like, "It's just group chat stuff, don't be jealous." She started dressing differently. Tight tops, bright lipstick, even perfume on weekdays, when she used to hate wearing perfume to work. She began working late, a lot. Always conveniently on nights I was home early. When I asked to pick her up once because her app wasn't working, she said, No, Samir's already nearby. He knows where to wait. Knows where to wait, knows her schedule, knows where she lives, knows where she works, and apparently, knew a whole lot more than I ever imagined. I didn't know it then, but I was about to fall straight into the ugliest mess of my life. And the worst part? I defended her when people started whispering, "Your wife's real friendly with that Uber guy, huh? You cool with her riding with him every day?" I told them to mind their business. Turns out, I should have minded mine more carefully. Part 2. Hey Reddit, back with Part 2, and yeah, this is where the illusion started to crack. Slowly, then all at once. So after weeks of seeing the same name pop up, Samir this, Samir that, I finally started digging. Not in some wild jealous rage, just curiosity. Something didn't sit right. I checked the ride history. Natalie had left her email open on the laptop once. Out of pure impulse, I checked her Uber ride receipts. Sure enough, Samir A on nearly every trip over the past 2 months. And not just quick office runs. I'm talking 9:45 p.m. pickups from unknown location. Round trips to a park 30 minutes away. A ride to a boutique hotel, midday, while I was at work. Now, I'm not Sherlock Holmes, but I'm not a damn fool either. I waited until she was asleep, and I checked her phone. She had a password on it for months now, claiming it was for work stuff. Well, guess what? She wasn't careful that night. Fingerprint unlocked it while she was passed out. She had a contact saved as S. I opened the chat. And there it was. Flirty messages, photos, a goddamn selfie of her in his car, biting her lip, with the caption, "You always know how to make me feel wild." My heart dropped. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed more. The next day, I told her I had to leave town for 2 days for work, a total lie. I just needed to see it. I had a friend park across the street with his dashcam rolling and a camera ready. Friday evening, I left as planned, but doubled back and parked 2 blocks away. At exactly 8:07 p.m., Samir's car pulled up. Natalie came out in heels and a dress, like she was going clubbing. But there were no friends, no party. She got in the backseat. They didn't drive off immediately. The car rocked. No joke, the damn car rocked. My buddy got the footage, not crystal clear, but clear enough. The silhouette, her head on his shoulder, her hand somewhere it shouldn't be. Then they drove off. I felt like someone had punched a hole straight through my chest. It wasn't just betrayal, it was humiliation. They were using his damn work car like a hotel room on wheels. I didn't go home that night. I slept in my car. The next day, I started planning what would come next. I wasn't just going to catch them. I was going to crush her lies. Part 3. I started gathering everything. First, I saved screenshots from her phone. Messages, photos, emojis, all of it. I backed them up onto a USB and emailed a copy to myself under a boring subject line, Q4 reports. In case she got suspicious. Second, I asked my friend, the one who filmed them, for the dash cam footage. The video wasn't Hollywood quality, but the car rocking like a boat in a hurricane? Clear as day. Third, I went through our shared bank account. Wouldn't you know it, multiple charges for cheap motels, shady coffee shops miles out of her work route, and Uber rides that didn't match her usual schedule. She was sloppy, and now she was about to pay. The confrontation. I invited her to dinner. Somewhere public, a cozy little Italian place we used to love. She showed up in full glam. Red dress, lipstick, heels, perfume, trying to play the good wife for a night. We ordered, chatted like normal. Then I said, "So, how's Samir?" She blinked. "Who? Samir, your Uber boyfriend." Dead silence. She gave a little fake laugh. "What the hell are you talking about?" I slid my phone across the table. Opened to a photo. Her in the car, lip biting. Caption: "You always know how to make me feel wild." Her face went pale. "You're insane. That's just a joke. You don't joke with your taxi driver by sneaking into the backseat in a motel parking lot." Then I showed her the video. Boom. She lost it. Cue the meltdown. She started yelling in the restaurant. "You went through my phone? That's abuse. This is insane. You've always been controlling. Samir understands me. He treats me like a woman." People were staring. A waiter dropped a glass in the background. I just sat there, calm, sipping my water. "We're done, Natalie. You can't just end it like that. I already filed. The papers will be at the apartment by morning." And then I stood up and walked out. Left her there, at the table, crying into her overpriced wine. Part 4. I confronted Natalie at dinner. Showed her the photos, the texts, the video. She screamed, lied, denied everything, then tried to spin it back on me. Classic narcissist meltdown. But I wasn't done. She came home like a tornado. I got back to our apartment first. Packed her stuff into boxes, not everything, just enough to make a point. When she came in, she slammed the door so hard a picture fell off the wall. "You humiliated me in public. You set me up. I exposed you. You humiliated yourself." Then came the hysterics. Full meltdown. Tears, shouting, slamming drawers. "I was lonely. You never made me feel special. Samir actually listens to me. He doesn't treat me like a damn roommate." I said nothing. Let her rant. She knocked a lamp off the table. Tried grabbing the USB I had taped under the dining table. Yeah, I knew she might look for it. Tore through my desk drawers screaming, "You're trying to ruin me. You've always wanted to control me." I filmed the whole thing. Quietly, just in case she tried pulling a "he was abusive" move later. And then she did just that. Next day, I got a text from her sister. "What the hell is going on? Natalie said you've been spying on her and hacked her phone. Is that true?" I sent her sister the screenshots, the video, the receipts. Guess who stopped replying? Natalie wasn't done, though. She showed up at my work. Uninvited, crying, fake mascara tears and all. "Please, let's talk. I made a mistake. He doesn't even care about me. He ghosted me after you exposed him." Oh, that was fast. Turns out, Samir was fired. I filed a formal report with Uber. They launched an investigation, sent me an email confirming that his partnership has been terminated due to a violation of community standards. She cheated on me with a guy who literally lost his job because of her. Karma's a quiet sniper. The divorce moved fast. Thanks to the evidence I had, things went in my favor. She got nothing from our joint savings. I had legally separated it before filing. She was forced to move back in with her parents. No alimony. I kept the apartment. Her reputation? Shot. Mutual friends took my side, especially once I showed them the receipts. She tried spinning the story online. Claimed emotional abuse, marital neglect, all the buzzwords. But nobody bought it, because receipts don't lie. Final part. After the restaurant blow-up, the home meltdown, and Natalie trying to spin 1,000 lies, I was finally free. The divorce went through, I kept the apartment, and Samir lost his job with Uber. But it wasn't over. Not yet. The final twist. 2 weeks after everything calmed down, I got a letter in the mail. Not a text, not an email, a handwritten, perfume-sprayed letter from Natalie. "I still love you. I don't know what I was thinking. I was lost. Samir used me. You were always the better man." She begged to meet, promised, one final talk. I didn't respond, but curiosity got the better of me. So, yeah, I showed up. She was sitting at a cafe. Dressed sweetly, soft smile, acting like nothing ever happened. "Let's just pretend we're starting over," she said. "I'll be better this time." I asked, "Are you still seeing him?" She hesitated, and that was enough. I stood up, didn't even touch my coffee, and said, "I didn't come for closure. I came to confirm I made the right choice." Walked out, haven't heard from her since. Where I am now, it's been 4 months. I started therapy, picked up boxing again, and finally reconnected with people I had pushed aside during my marriage. I even started dating again. Slowly, cautiously, but honestly. And guess what? I feel free. There's a strange peace that comes after a storm like this. I realized I wasn't crazy. I wasn't controlling. I was just trying to love someone who didn't value loyalty. Now, I value myself. To anyone reading this, if something feels off, trust your gut. Don't ignore the red flags. Don't gaslight yourself. Love should never feel like paranoia. And if someone betrays you, know this. That betrayal says more about them than it ever will about you. Thanks for sticking through this roller coaster with me, Reddit.